If I were to ask you if you knew what your value is, I'd probably get a positive answer because you probably do know what your value is. But here's the key question. Do you operate on a daily basis like you know and believe what your value is? I made this video because I come across such amazing, dynamic people whose value is so high, but their actions are completely incongruent to what they believe. And so many of us fall into this trap. Keep watching this video. I've got 3 amazing tips that can help you not just to know your value, but to keep it protected and sealed. If you find this type of content useful, click the subscribe button, or if you know somebody who can definitely benefit from being able to live their value and protect it, definitely share the video with them. My name is Tish. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a mom, entrepreneur, and an avid enthusiast of working with people to help them to transform their lives, ultimately to live the best version of themselves. Let's take a look at what the definition of value is. It says here to regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or the usefulness of something or someone. It's a no-brainer. Everybody on this planet definitely has value and self-worth. But sometimes over time we actually forget it because of the past experiences that we've had. But it's a new year and the perfect opportunity to recalibrate and start acting like we know what our self-worth is. So let's get into the video. The first tip to maintaining and protecting your value is to create the boundaries around yourself. No is definitely an acceptable answer to give. See, when you know your worth, you know the importance of your time and space. Who and what you allow in directly affects your value. So it's important here to become the gatekeeper of your space and the people that you actually let into your life. Because not everybody comes with the best intentions. Some people will come to manipulate you. Some people don't even think you're that valuable and they use the situation to their advantage. It's important here to use the words no to create those boundaries and protect yourself, especially in situations whereby it doesn't serve you. It's important here to act like you know your value so that the people around you can treat you as such. The second tip is, do not settle for mediocrity or second best when you know you deserve better. When you settle for the right now and not trusting in the process of what you actually deserve and be patient, whether it's a job, relationship, or whatever circumstance that may come your way, it transmits the message out that you don't find yourself valuable. You may think that you are, but if your actions are completely opposite, then you start attracting all of those secondary, less than best type of situations, and you start actually living them on a daily basis. And guess what? The less than good enough doesn't necessarily have an end date. Let me give you an example. Say you are now single and you have somebody who's been interested in you over time. And with good reason, you've never decided to pursue that relationship. But because of boredom and possible loneliness, you decide to give it a chance. Not that you're necessarily ecstatic about it and the relationship is just okay, serving and ticking some boxes for you. But you know you can definitely do better. This is where you need to stop and recalibrate, because what happens is that time goes by so quickly, and before you know it, it's years later and you're just in an okay relationship that is not necessarily the best one for you. Just imagine the amount of time that you'd have wasted, not just yours, but the other person's as well. You would have lost out on opportunities to go out, have new experiences, and possibly having met the person that is just right for you. Patience here is definitely key to make sure that you maintain your high standards and you protect your value, because you definitely deserve it. So please, do not settle for the right now. You definitely deserve better. The third and final tip is, the only person you need to please is yourself. When you know your value and self-worth, you know you can't please everyone. And that's okay. You don't have to, because not everybody's going to like you anyway. Some of them won't even think that you're as valuable as you think. but you need to operate from a standard whereby your value is not directly associated to what other people think about you. You've got to think about every situation and ask yourself, does this make me happy? Does this serve me? If not, walk away. It's not for you. Something better will definitely come along the way. The good news here is you are the only person who can allow for your value to be diminished. If you are operating on this level and others are at this level, don't reduce your value to meet their standards. Always stay on yours because you are important and you definitely know it. And you walk around with the permission slips that you can give to whoever, whenever you want, because people are going to treat you the way you allow them to. If somebody's speaking to you some other type of way that you don't necessarily appreciate, it'll be time to quickly squash that because it's not for you. If somebody treats you less than what you know that you deserve, it's time to also put that to bed, because if you're allowed to go on further, then it's going to start affecting what your value and your self-worth is. You have got the power in your hands. It's important that you exercise it in the best way that's going to serve you. And finally, to summarize the 3 key tips to be able to live the standard of your value and to protect it. First was creating those boundaries to make sure that people don't overstep, and using the word no as and when needed. Second, not to settle for second best or for the right now. Wait it out because you are definitely worth it. And finally, the third one was the only person you need to please is only you. Forget about everybody else because they'll always have something to say. If you enjoy this type of content, click the subscribe button or share this video with somebody that you know will definitely benefit. Keep watching my channel on a weekly basis for new videos with inspiring content that will help to uplift you on a weekly basis. I'll see you next time.